Hey guys, welcome back. Bolt Spider here, and we're going to be talking about the toxic cards of the format right now. And the first card that you see here is Artifact Cythe. People have been playing it in many things like Phantom Knights, Sword Soul, and Virtual Worlds, plus many other decks that can use a Dagda DPE engine because it is the brand new thing that there is in the metagame. Being able to lock out your opponent from the extra deck for a whole turn is not even fun because we have cards that are on the ban list locking you out of a certain type of card for a reason, like Imperial Order was just banned since they turned off all the spell cards. And it was an oppressive card along with Protos being another oppressive card. Now, with Artifact Cythe, it does have a caveat to it, is it must be summoned on your opponent's turn to get the effect. But that's fine because people are using DPE to destroy it and Dagda to summon it, because what would happen is Chainlink 1, cool, Cythe, effect. Chainlink 2, Call by the Guard. Chainlink 3, Dagda. Or, yeah, that's a way to do it, because everything triggers somehow and another. But I would have to say that this card definitely can go, since it's super toxic, and it reminds me of a little dragon, a Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. This card is at 3, even though that they banned the Union Carrier, but this card's going to see a little more play when Boral and Dragon comes out, because it is an essential piece for locking out your opponent. And even Dragon Link can use the Dagda Cythe combo with DPE. So it's either Fusion Destiny is going to go, DPE is going to go, or you're just going to see Cythe go. Now, this card is the exact same boat of Artifact Cythe being locking out to your opponent's extra deck, so these two really go hand in hand. One is a equip, and the other one is pretty much a summon from graveyard, so they do have little differences, but we'll see what happens with those. Next up is a card that everyone wanted to get hit, is Mystic Mine. And Mystic Mine is one of those cards that's just if you have more monsters, you can't do anything. And I feel like it's definitely time for Konami to see, hey, this can be a problem, because I know a few decks are running it right now, like Prank Kids and a few others citing it, of how much power that there is behind it. Now, people are starting to run more back row removal, so that might be the table tipping for it. But if your opponent's out of resources, like they got rid of all their Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclones very early, yeah, this card is oppressive. But I feel like right now, it's not really a toxic card, but in time it will be, especially with Mr. Rune, Sky Strikers around the corner, and that's another deck that plays it. Sky Striker also plays a little Artifact engine, being 2 Cythe, 3 Alancia, 3 Ignition, and double Sanctum or 3 Sanctum, because, if you guys don't know, Artifact Ignition sets it to your field for Artifact Cythe, and Sanctum summons it to your field from your deck, so you get a instant Artifact Cythe. Artifact Ignition can set a artifact monster from your deck when it destroys a spell trap card on the field. So if you have a Cythe and a Artifact Ignition, you can Cythe lock your opponent for free. It is pretty much, you're running 8 copies of Artifact Cythe, which is very oppressive. And finally, the last cards on this whole list are the Adventurer stuff. Now, I'm only pointing out Aquamancer and Rite of Armezir because those are the 2 main 3-ofs of the deck. The rest of them are 1-ofs. Griffin Rider could be a 2-of if you need. Now, with Aquamancer and Rite of Vermizir, you can do a weird combo if you have Griffin Rider and Faithful Adventurer on the field, so these 2 in your hand. Oh no, I bricked. You did not. You activate Journey Destiny. Cool, activate Journey Destiny. Grab Rite of Vermizir. Activate Rite of Vermizir, summon out the token, get to search for your Draco back, and then you can summon out your Griffin Rider. So this engine is not a brick unless if you draw the Draco back. And like a Journey Destiny, but that's absolutely fine, because you can still get a 2k token on the field. Now, these are still too new, and they could probably do what they did with something like Fusion Destiny in the OTS pack, putting it to 2. Overall, this engine is a very toxic engine, and it really shouldn't have been made this powerful or this non-restrictive. Only thing you can't do is activate the effects of normal summon monsters, so You normal summon, you can't use the effect, but you could use their effects in the graveyard. You can not use them on the field. So if you're running something like Prank Kids, you do the whole adventurous stuff, normal summon out one of your guys, link it away, I activate my effect, because it's a graveyard effect. So overall, these are my top 5 picks right now for the toxic cards of the format: Artifact Cythe, Dragon Buster, a little down the line, Mystic Mine, Aquamancer, and Rite of Armesier. You could throw in Dagda, but Dagda is just really there since it's just a card to get to the card, just like how Sword Soul Emergence was the card to get to the Protos. But I hope you guys do enjoy, and tell me what you think down below about all 5 of these cards. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.